What's up? How you doing? In this video, we're going to be speaking about water. Specifically, how to be like water and why you should care. If you're new here, my name is Jaden and this is PathTune, where we are charting a course towards the shores of your highest potential. On this channel, we will discuss a variety of topics, exploring different concepts and ideas, and I really do love ideas. And my intention with this message is to serve you for your highest and best good. But really, this whole channel is about tuning your personal vibrational frequency to align with your highest and best life path, with your dreams, with your highest potential. So as I was here, I started to look through my phone notes and my ideas from my video ideas list. And then it just kind of came into my awareness, why not make this about water? Considering we have water in ducks and trees and grass. So when it comes to water, what's the element of water? It's flowing, it's not, you can't confine it and make it stay in a specific shape. Just like, you know the quote by Bruce Lee, like, be like water, my friend. And that you can relate that from a martial arts perspective, or you can also relate that to how you show up in life, how you deal with challenges. So if you found this message, then this is a message from me, from my higher self, channeled through me to you. And there's a reason you're here. So thank you for joining. If this sounds interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, and we will be on our way. So when you approach life rigidly, when you need to control, and you don't have to look down on your mind for wanting to control things. The mind is a tool, and the mind wants, and the brain wants to be able to know the outcomes, wants to be able to control everything it can. So when we don't have a sense of control, it can create a sense of anxiety. But you can change that. And you can change where you end up in your life based on changing yourself. So as you work on tuning yourself, you can change the destination. Just like a captain of a ship changes directions, steers the ship. You are the captain of your life, my friend. So to be like water, in contrast to being rigid like a stone. And these are all just different lenses you can look through, right? There's value to look through the lens of the stone or the rock or the crystal. That's groundedness, right? But water is fluid, it's adaptable, it's flexible. So if you tune in to that specific symbol of water, what does that mean? How can you apply that to your life? In what situations, in what circumstances are you experiencing where you may feel resistance? Like there's being a dam put up and the stream can't flow. You're not allowing certain emotions to flow. You're not allowing yourself to express freely. You're holding back. So what we can learn from water is that water, one, takes any shape that it is put into. So that's like being the chameleon, if you know, like from the sales perspective. It's being the chameleon to adapt to any situation, because yes, you can have the script, you can have the word track down in your head, but what happens when someone does what they do and gives you something, gives you a curveball, throws you a response that's not on your script? Because they will. Your environment, your different people in your life, different job interviews, different collaborations, working with different people is going to give you a sense of not randomness, but spontaneity. Sorry, there's a fly attacking my face. There will be times where something occurs that is unexpected. That's just a given. It's going to happen. So how are you going to equip yourself to be able to handle that? Well, you can connect to the symbol of water. Water allows you to not be thrown off track, thrown off your path when something unexpected happens because you expected something unexpected to happen. So since you're looking at yourself through the lens of being like water, you can shift, you can pivot. The road trip, the journey, the vacation, it's not going to go exactly as planned. You must know this. The path to reach your goals is not going to be exactly the way that you envisioned it and wrote everything down about it. It's not going to happen exactly that way. So how are you going to prepare yourself to be able to pivot? When something new comes in, a new opportunity, but you were so focused on this other opportunity, you were so focused on getting this specific goal completed, but then this opportunity comes in your face. You have to have the self-awareness to know, is this aligned with me? Is this opportunity aligned with me? And is this happening on a limited time frame? You know, snooze, you lose, right? If you don't take action now, oftentimes you'll miss the opportunity. So you have to be ready to adapt and to pivot when the opportunity comes. And that can be done through slowing down, tuning in, noticing how does this opportunity feel with me? And then noticing your mind wanting to complete the old plan. And notice, am I just attached to this plan? And is that why I don't want to take this new opportunity? Because I have a strong attachment to the way that I thought that things were going to go? Or is this opportunity truly not aligned? That's developing the discernment within yourself through your own internal alignment and self-awareness. But to pull a little bit more from the symbol of the water, it's being able to take that step in a different direction when the opportunity arises in the moment. If you're looking at it from the martial arts perspective, like Bruce Lee, it's being able to adapt to your opponent's style and change the way that you show up to be more advantageous for you in that situation. Because you're not just one way, you're multiple ways. You are multiple dimensions. You are an expansive, multidimensional being. Another thing about water is that it flows. Yes, it pivots and it adapts. And if something obstructs the path, other little streams will form around it, unless it's a complete dam. But if there's an obstruction, the water will just go around it. Say a big old tree or a log gets thrown in the river, the water goes around it. It doesn't let a small obstacle in the path stop it. It will overcome it. It will move, it will flow. So part of the aspect of water is being able to flow with your own emotions, flow with your own excitement. When you're tuned in and listening to your internal guidance system and your intuition, it's being able to then, okay, I'm feeling this, I'm going to flow with that because I sense the energy is here, and I'm going to take that inspired action because I know that if I take action when the energy is high, the motivation is going to be nearly effortless and I can ride that wave. But if you're always resisting and forcing, trying really hard to force yourself to do something that is not flowing for you naturally, then maybe there's a different way. Maybe there's another pivot point. Maybe there's a different way of doing things that you haven't considered and your mind is just attached to the way that you thought it should go. So this is a reminder for you today to think about water. And by the way, water for your health. You are water. You're more water than you are a person. You're like 75–80% water. Every cell of your body uses water. So just a side note, since we're talking about water, I'm big into water. And when I started thinking about health, like I want to be more healthy. How can I be more healthy? Well, if you are mostly water, it makes sense to start with that. Like first step of health, one of the, at least from this perspective, is get the highest quality water possible, because that water is becoming you. So that's filtration systems, purification systems. Then it goes also into hydration, which is minerals. Got to make sure you're having minerals, otherwise you're not hydrating. Pure water won't hydrate you. You literally need the minerals, which are electrolytes, many of which come from salts. And then there's structured water, which is how water exists once it's in your cells. When it's in your cells, your water, from what I've learned, I'm not a scientist, but from the research that I've done, the water that exists in your body, inside your cells, is not just pure H2O. It is existing in a liquid crystalline form, almost like a gel. And that crystalline form allows for, I'm turning this way so the wind, hopefully the wind, the crystalline form of that water is more, like I'm saying, more of a crystal. So there's a bunch of different perspectives on that, but I believe that when it's in that form, it's more structured to be able to hold information, and then it can be programmed. And then it also acts like a battery for your cells, which I can't fully explain the science behind that at the moment. But these are just ideas I'm throwing at you. Go look into structured water. It's pretty amazing. And it's basically getting water back to its original state as it's found in nature. And when it's found in nature and ready to drink, it is usually flowing. Because when water is stagnant, that's where bacteria builds and the murkiness grows. So structured water, in my experience, has been a catalyst for an expanded awareness and expanded consciousness. Once I started looking into structured water and then started drinking structured water and making my own structured water, it was just correlated with this evolution of my perspective, my spiritual progression on this spiritual journey that we're all on. So I really do believe that there's something significant to that, especially since you are, like I said, more water than you are a person. You are water. So watch your water. Get higher quality water. Invest in your water system. It's a good cornerstone. It's a good foundational element to health, in my opinion. So this message was for you. And this is a reminder. Remember that. You already know this. But these are reminders. So be like water, my friend. It was my pleasure to serve you today with this message. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.